Hey guys, KRX50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Henshin Kaiten Ken Deluxe Houou Blade and Houou Shield from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. This is the changer and weapon of the 12th Kyuranger, Houou Soldier. This includes 3 things: the Houou Blade, Houou Shield, and 1 Q-tama. So, let's get started. To start, we'll look at the included Q-tama, which is Q-tama 12, the Houou Q-tama. This is a clear red Q-tama that's based on the Phoenix constellation. So, as always, you can see the number sticker up here. And you can see the globe, which you'll notice has glitter inlaid into the plastic to make it more special. On the front and back, you have the 2 fragmented parts of the image. Then if we MawaSlide it, we get the completed image of a phoenix with its head here, its wings here, and then the tail wrapping all the way around. And here's the back and the pins. So, before getting to the Houou Blade and Houou Shield, which will be the bulk of the review, I actually want to throw in this little main review of the Houou Soldier Sentai Hero series figure, since I'd rather do it early on, since I don't know if a lot of people would watch the video long enough to actually see it near the end. So, here we have Houou Soldier, who has a vastly different design from the other Kyurangers, starting off with the helmet. Now, it's got an interesting kind of double motif to it, as it's designed to look like an astronaut's helmet, but also designed to look like a Q-tama. As you can see, the communicator looks like the outer rim of the Q-tama. You can see there's this clear plastic part over the face, representing the outer layer of the Q-tama, and the neck and collar resemble the base of a Q-tama. You can also see the phoenix symbol here on the inside. And getting down to the suit, it's kind of got an inversion of the typical color scheme, to where his signature color is here on the chest plate, but then the black part, or the rest of the suit, is more of a secondary color. And see, he still does have the star on his chest, but it's a lot more mechanical looking, or cybernetic. We've got the phoenix symbol on the chest, some small lines up here. He doesn't really have the pronounced shoulder pads of the others, but they're a lot more kind of slimmed down. Then you get to the rest of the suit, which is this dark blue plastic, which has glitter in it, and this is meant to make the suit look like it's the basically the dark reaches of outer space. He also has these lines on the sides, which are supposed to be red, but they're not really painted in on his figure. Now, a lot of people have compared this to a combination of Magi Red and Deca Ranger Swap Mode. That being said, what with the whole space motif for the suit, it also reminds me a lot of Kamen Rider Meteor, who had the same kind of thing going on, where his body was primarily black with these kind of stars lining him. It definitely is a very distinct look. And of course, with this being a Sentai Hero series figure, it's got the same articulation, this being able to move the waist and the arms. And obviously this guy doesn't have a Sailor Blaster on him, because he uses his own unique changer, which is, handheld. Next, we'll move on to the main part of the set, the Houou Blade and Houou Shield. So, starting off, we have the Houou Blade, which we'll look at starting with the handle. You can see that it's designed to look like a mechanical phoenix, with the actual handle being its neck, then the bottom part, or the hilt, being its head. You can see some nice details there, as well as some nice metallic paints. And interestingly, the eyes are actually painted on both the front and back. Moving on, we have the center of it, starting with the guard, which are these 2 claws which extend out into golden talons. And you have the center, which is where all the electronics will basically be activated in. Where you have an LED back here, then a turntable for where you'll set the Q-tama. Then we get to the blade, which is designed to look like a phoenix's tail feather. You can see more nice mechanical detailing up here. You see more details here on the back, as well as the power switch and speaker, and the battery compartment, and this takes 2 AAA batteries. Second, we have the Houou shield, which is done up all in the silver plastic with some red and gold paint apps. Looking at it from the front, you can see it has a phoenix design, with the henbai being back here, and then the wings wrapping all the way around to the front. You also see these indented orbs, which are of different sizes to make it look like a constellation. Looking at the top, we got some nice feather-like details, as well as more gold talons up here in the corners, as well as down here on the bottom. Looking at it from the back, you can see that it's got some details, but it's mostly hollowed out to keep the weight down, and also because you're not going to see it much from the back. It also has this release button back here, which will be part of the main gimmick. So, to start, we'll switch on the Houou blade with this switch back here, and get a light and confirmation sound. So you can see it's a solid red LED, and the activation sound is the same as all the other Kyuranger roleplay toys. So starting off on its own, if you pull the trigger, you'll get 3 repeating, or 3 cycling slashing sounds. Next, we get into the main gimmick of the toy, which is that you can take the Houou blade and slide into here, into the Houou shield, like so. And you'll notice the back part lit up, and then this turntable spun around until it stopped. Then, we hold the button on the back, and press and hold the trigger and pull it out. The turntable spins. So this is done via 2 parts on the back. First is this, which when pressed makes that sound. Then you have this lever here, which is depressed when it's inserted into the shield. This winds up the turntable, and then when you release it, causes it to spin. So we can then set it back in, rotate it a little bit, then we can get to the transformation, for which we'll need the Houou Kyu tama. Though technically any Kyu tama will work, as it's just activated via this button in the middle, which when pressed tells the toy that there is a Kyu tama inserted. So, we'll start by singing it in, which will get us the activation or the standby music. Then, you need to press and hold this to get to the change mode. Then to activate the transformation, press this button in the back, then press and hold, or you press both switches and then pull out the Houou blade. And there we have the transformation into Houou Soldier. And as you can see, because of the way the gimmick works, when you pull out the sword from the shield, it makes the Kyu tama spin. So, pulling the trigger after that, we'll have the Houou blade announce its name. Though it does sound like Houou braid because of the whole LR thing in Japanese. Then it'll go back to the normal attacking sounds. So, then we can put it back into the shield, and pull it, press and hold the trigger for the next mode, which will be the special attack mode, Galaxy. Let's set it back in again. Next, we'll go on to the Go mode. Next, we move on to the docking mode. And this transforms Houou Voyager into Gigant Houou, Houou Soldier's mech. Next we move into slight spoiler territories because the next one is Super Docking Mode, which will combine Gigant Houou with the other mech so far, though it doesn't announce its name, so that's still gonna be a secret. Set this back in one more time, and set down to get onto the next mode, which is Attack Mode. So, we'll start by activating the mode. Now to activate it, we'll actually, instead of removing it, just press the trigger again. And so we'll announce the Houou shield name. Then from there we'll get 12 new sounds based on various astronomical phenomena. So the first is Hokuto Shikisei, which is the Big Dipper. Next is Nanto Rokusei, which is the teapot asterism of Sagittarius. So as I accidentally demonstrated there, pressing hold the trigger while in attack mode will deactivate it. So let's get back to where we were. Next is Nagare Boshi, which means shooting star. Next is Hokkyokusei, which is Polaris, the North Star. After that is Itosei, which is the first magnitude star, which means the brightest star shining in the night sky. After that is Ryusei-gun, being meteor shower. After that is Suisei, meaning comet. Next is Ichiban Boshi, meaning first star, referring to the first star seen in the night sky. After that is Amanogawa, the Milky Way. After that is Natsuno Daisankakkei, which is the summer triangle consisting of the stars Altair, Vega, and Deneb. And if those sound familiar, that's because those are the names of Master Zoronis' two forms, as well as his Imagine. And those are all part of his naming scheme and theme, which is of the Summer Triangle. After that, we have Choshinsei, meaning supernova. And finally, we have Katsai Seiyun, or Katsai Seiyun, meaning Cat's Eye Nebula. And then, as I showed earlier, we deactivate the mode by pressing holding the trigger. And cancel the transformation by removing the Q-tama. Next, let's check out the Houou Kyu tama in the Seiza Blaster. So to start, like always, we'll set in and activate the change mode. Next, we'll activate attack mode. Then go mode. And finally control mode. And finally, we'll reveal the hidden image on the Houou Kyu tama using Kyuranger, for which I'm actually going to switch off my lights, since that'll make it a lot easier to see. So, as you can see, it depicts a soaring phoenix shooting down fireballs. And there we go. So overall, I think the Houou Blade and Houou Shield is a very cool changer with a very cool gimmick. The way it's used reminds me a lot of the Wool Saber and Jagan Shield, which were the weapons of Woolzard from Mahou Sentai Kyuranger. But it does also have the pretty cool spin of it, pun not intended, of having the spinning Q-tama when you pull out the sword. And it is also a pretty unique thing to have for a changer, since it's not just a single weapon, but a weapon and also a shield. It's also very nicely designed, has some really cool sounds, and for the attack sounds, I definitely like them better because they're not tied to any Q-tama, unlike the Ryutsuader, which had a bunch of sounds for Q-tama, which wouldn't make sounds in the Seiza Blaster. And I overall just think it is a very cool changer. The one thing to know about is that because of its size, if you are going to order it, try to get it pretty cheap, because the shipping is probably going to be pretty pricey just because of how big of a box it'll have to be sent in. But if you're a fan of Houou Soldier or of toys like this, which have a kind of cool gimmick, then I definitely recommend picking it up. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Yokai Magnum. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.